Hello, welcome to Living in the Woods with Täxt, episode 10. Yeah, I'm like number blind and I don't know numbers. Yeah, today, I just did a couple things. I didn't record anything yesterday because I had to go get some food. So yeah, I went to the food donation center, got a bunch of food. And I had to wash my clothes. That was really tricky, but I had a lot of clothes I had to wash, so I I filled these buckets up here, took them down to the bigger lake. The ponds are really shallow water, so I had to scoop the water from the deepest part I could find, but that it had, sediment on the bottom that would get in the bottle, so I had to be careful. And I tried to do it at this pond because it would have been a lot less work if I had been able to get my water here. But I'll show you why I couldn't, and it's because this whole pond I'm realizing is really shallow, even the middle part. It's got grass growing up in it. And this is just mud water. But yeah, I just wanted to show you real quick that I tried to make a dock. There was more pallets from that truck that got stuck, so, if I laid out all these logs and put pallets over it, I would have had a dock. But yeah, it's just mud water. When you collect it, it's too brown. I can't really wash my clothes with that unless I had to. Luckily, I'm not in Africa. I'll get slightly cleaner clothes. Can't complain, right? But I earned this by doing a really long walk. Haven't done any work on the cottage. I'll show you there. Yeah, I haven't done any work on that for a while. I'm exhausted. It rained quite a bit yesterday. That's why I had to do so much laundry. Everything just got wet and dirty. Oh yeah, right now I'm just gonna walk through the wetland. This isn't a big deal, but I'll just show you, there's a spider that moved in. Another one of them yellow and black spiders. I just like to show those. I'll try to get a better view of it. I know last time you could barely see it when I watched the video. So, yeah, I've been pulling lumber down this trail, so it's gotten quite a bit wider. I hate how wide it is. Someone's totally gonna see this. And yeah, the rain gave me another concern here. It's wet now. Just at that part. No big deal in my sandals, but if it rains too much, I'll have to just take the high road, make a high road. Now lots of nice magnolia trees in this wetland. And where's my neighbor? Here he is. Try to get a good shot this time. Hope I don't piss him off. I freaked out. That was a piece of grass, not a branch. Okay, so holding the camera as close as I am willing to really get to him. That's what they look like. Not sure if he bit me. He left a big old hole in my skin. Yeah, today's a short video. Not much going on. I won't upload this yet. I might make another one if something interesting happens. Oh, here's another animal. Might not be able to see this one, but you have to look a little closely. Looks like might be a woodpecker. Oh yeah, he just bobbed his head. Yeah, he's a woodpecker. Yeah, they got all little holes. These logs, these dead trees from the storm, they all have a little hole in the top of them from these woodpeckers. And it looks like a big birdhouse. The trees are their house. Their houses. Alright. That's the end of this video. Have a great day. Hey, this is Living in the Woods with Täxt, episode 9 actually. I'm going to connect this to the last video, but yeah, I know I said 10, but it's 9. I'm not making a new video just because I said that wrong. I just have a problem memorizing numbers and stuff. So right now I am walking out. Yesterday was my birthday. I'm about to go get some birthday money from my parents who live down here. Long walk, but it's early, so I think I can get it and then come back to my camp and then go back to work. So this video is mostly just going to be me showing you the walk, just to relax and see a nice pretty walk on my way to what I call town. It's not really town, it's just some neighborhoods, but I've seen this trail at least a couple times in a couple other videos already. This way goes north. North goes to my job. South goes to Walmart and all the other stores and bars and fun stores to shop at once I get my money straight. That way goes toward more of the off-road area. This way goes the same place. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to spend whatever money I get on some things I need to stay comfortable out here, like a power supply. Maybe I want to get a tripod though for the camera so I can hold it more steady while I walk. And I'd love to have it be a third-person video, so it feels like a video game, you know, watching the show. Energy back today. Had to do laundry this morning. That wasn't as bad as I thought. I just had to take about 4 trips across the wetland to get the water. But if it doesn't rain, the clothes will be dry when I get home. If it does rain, at least they'll be rinsed off. And I've got enough clothes. Yeah, right here is the opening of the trail. There's just some light bushes here, and you can see one of the many ponds that you can four-wheel around. I recommend a four-wheeler out here, or a monster truck. If you've got a good monster truck, it's a great place to take it. I don't know if you'll get in trouble for it or not. I get told all kinds of different things, and the truth is I'm the one that's been coming here, that comes here the most. I did ask that bum that I knew if that was his old spot, and it turns out it was his spot. I'm not going to get too nosy about his spot. but I do want to show more of it in another video, because if you go back in it, he's got a good view of the big lake. He actually had a pretty nice spot. He got sick of hanging out around Walmart, he told me. I try to just step on my own footprints as I walk. I don't want to leave too many tracks. People get curious if they see there's been some parties out here. There's no parties, just me walking back and forth. The rain covers most of my tracks anyways after a couple of days. Yeah, here in the Central Florida area, it doesn't rain too much. This is the rainy season, but it really just rains for 15 or 20 minutes. It goes away. But if you live down in Miami, I think it rains a little bit more often down in South Florida. But yeah, there's some desert brushland areas in this part of Florida. Even scorpions. I'll be lucky if I get to see a scorpion out here. This trail is from a beetle. There's a type of beetle that crawls around the sand. Makes little squiggly trails. Bird saying something. Some of them paw, some of them have a whistle. I've listened to them, they'll talk, and then you'll hear one off in the distance respond, and then there'll be another one that responds even further, and they have a whole orchestra. Oh yeah, and there's just some raccoon trails. This raccoon has walked here since it rained. I'm going to show you my first spot that I camped at when I came here, because there's another trail to take out, and I'm going to also walk down that trail, and I might even go into the abandoned warehouse and just look around at the stuff and show you me shopping around for some stuff that might be useful at my camp. Can't go too crazy out here, because if they make me move, I don't want to be all sad. Have to make me tear all my dock down and all that crap. It's a place I'm pretty sure you're allowed to come camp, but there's just some rules here. You'll get busted if you dump a lot of garbage out. And if you make a big fire, not allowed to do that. Okay, so right now, I'll give you a better view of this is the first pond that you'll see when you come in. I camped right over there on the other side of it. This is definitely an easy place to get to in your truck. You can see the highway there, but you can get here in a pickup truck and drive around this pond. I have to walk to the water just a little bit. I'm wearing sandals. And it's not too mucky. Clean my feet off. Walk around this one. Yeah, right here there's a bunch of dead pine trees. You can see how high the water was with them. You can see the coloration on the trunk of those trees. God, so much water was here. Could have gone swimming. I haven't seen any alligators out here. Years I've been here, I haven't seen one alligator. Very few snakes. You'll see them, but I'm not worried about snakes. Could possibly go swimming at the Duck Lake to take a, just to clean off. I can take a shower at my parents'. And I can also go get a Planet Fitness membership to take a shower. Sometimes I have arguments with my parents. And I don't like to go there for a while. So. Yeah, someone told me that a long time ago. If you're homeless, just get a, $12 a month Planet Fitness membership. Take a shower there. And I'm not sure if you can do your laundry there or not. So this is the trail that comes out next to my old campsite. This is, I head a little bit back in off the trail. I found a nice clearing. It's a great place to camp. Sure, someone will come by and see you here, but I just took my tent down at night. Or I mean in the morning, I took my tent down and put it in a duffel bag. Oh shit, this guy lives here now. Another one of them. He's got a big ass on him. But yeah, I dragged this log, just from over here. I dragged a log to sit on. Sitting there the first night, watching Ancient Aliens, being out in nature. It was pretty nice. I was really happy after my last setup I had. It was no good. And yeah, I would take my duffel bag back here and I just wrap the camping gear around it, keep it waterproof. And I would just cover it with grass and put it back here. These woods go back in a ways. If you wanted to bushwhack and make a completely private site, I could be a lot closer to work. But yeah, there's a lot of spiders, of those yellow and black spiders in this area. I mean, they're all over the place really, but I'm getting used to them. Oh, here's a mushroom. You see a lot of interesting mushrooms that grow here. I don't know anything about mushrooms. Oh look, there's a stick. It grew right through that stick. Wrapped around the sticks. I'll move that for him. Yeah, I won't eat any of these mushrooms. Don't know enough about mushrooms. Yeah, you get the good ones from someone who's smart. They're fun. You don't get any downer off of them either. Just a fun, goofy thing to do once in a while, but yeah, you gotta trust the person you're getting them from. That's all I'll say, because there's bad trips on them. Some people can't handle them. I think it's natural to go through bad trips. It makes you a little bit wiser and stronger. But a person who doesn't, I think it's a good exercise, but at the same time, you don't want to go through too bad of a trip or eat something poisonous. Some old deer tracks on this trail. Family of deer living around here. Oops, spider, look. Hopefully my phone doesn't die, because this trail takes a little while to get to the warehouse. I might not be able to show you the warehouse part. Check my batteries. I think I'll make it. This trail has got foot traffic on it. It's not, I don't see any footprints, but this type of ground doesn't leave footprints that easily. There is a dirt bike track. The dirt biker came through here though that one day. It must be from that. But I do see people take little morning hikes on this trail sometimes because there's a subdivision with access to it. Yeah, I'm sorry I keep jiggling the camera because the spider whoops. Another mushroom. Yeah, they look pretty poisonous, these ones. One mushroom you can get down here in Florida is called a purple ringer. If you go out to the cow fields, especially after it rains, and you find the ones that have the purple rings on them, those are okay to eat. Easy to identify also. Something I would do, but I definitely won't recommend it to anyone. Just thought it'd be some good information for anyone new to the state. This really gives you a good idea of how deep in I am. I'm basically 2 miles in from many neighborhoods. Definitely, I would say about 3 miles from that Walmart. They're developing some of the woods. They're putting a road nearby this part of the woods, and down by Walmart they're adding some more stores. They won't be able to get too deep into these woods because that lake floods. It's a total flood zone, so they won't ever ruin these whole woods. I hope they turn the flood part into, you know, if they have to tear that much of it down, I hope they just make it a camping area. And I just hope the homeless problem, as time goes on, levels out to where, you know, people that are very civilized will be camping out, you know, courteously, giving each other space, and just to save money in between places. I mean, there's not always work to do. That's a crazy mushroom. Over at my campsite, I also saw a piece of fungus that looked interesting. It just had some cool colors on it. I never saw a piece of fungus have. So this is a long walk to the golf course warehouse from here, but I'm just gonna stop the video and cut to that part to save on my phone's battery. Okay, so I'm a lot closer to the golf warehouse now. This is the access trail that the state is doing some work here. I'm not sure if they're doing any water pipes or something, but yeah, there was a couple of guys talking at a bulldozer back there. They didn't bother me. They know people hike down here all the time. I don't know when they're going to put this road in, but it's definitely going to be going somewhere through here, connecting to the road by this warehouse. Hopefully it's just a straight road through the woods and it's not going to have businesses and stuff along it. But if it does, like I said, I'll just move. And I'll just end the series and make a new series in a new spot or something. Yeah, you can see their truck tires. They come through here often. They got to keep it clear of debris. And I guess, yeah, there's a sewer pipeline. people aren't as bad as they are here. If you go up north to, I don't know, the states I've lived in, or New York State and Washington State, I'm sure if you go out there and get caught living to some guy, he'll just yell at you, and it's terrifying. I remember, you know, when I was a teenager up in New York playing around at abandoned places, some guy comes out yelling at us, but you can't help it. Some really cool abandoned warehouses and stuff. But we were younger, so we weren't as worried about getting in big trouble. I thought it was closer than this, but yeah, this trail is a long one. When I go straight south, this one kind of goes around through the woods. But the phone battery, it was doing good, so. Hopefully we don't run into a hiker. If we do, I'm just gonna have to turn the video off real quick and cut it. Unless maybe it's someone I know. If it's someone I know or recognize, I'll keep recording and I'll talk to them. But I'm not good at talking to people I don't know. I don't want to freak anyone out. Almost there. Yeah, and if I haven't told you already, I'm a musician. If you like high energy, uplifting melodies, electronic music, yeah, my name is Täxt. My SoundCloud is soundcloud.com/Täxt9999. Just so nobody gets after me saying, "Oh, you should advertise your music more." I'm not going to even tell you to like and subscribe because, you know, I get sick of liking and subscribing sometimes. So you can, if you are in the habit of doing that, go for it. But I'm not going to push it that hard in these videos. I hate being told to do that, and then I do it just because they told me. Alright, we're finally here. As the road goes up toward the neighborhoods. This is the abandoned golf course warehouse. Famous warehouse. There's a chair here, so people come down here on their golf cart, hang out, have some beer. I'm not sure if there's any surveillance cameras around here. I think they've taken them down. It's no big deal to come in here. So yeah, lots of wood. Some lightweight wood I could use for my floorboard. There's also different options if I need a specific width of board. Some thin boards, which is the ones I'm going to need. Yeah, and there's a toilet seat there. I'm in pretty good shape. I don't think I'll need it. I can squat down to poop, but yeah, if you're an older homeless person and you know this area by watching the video, then take that toilet seat for yourself. And then use a bucket or something, set it over a hole. And this one's got a little skateboard ramp. So kids come back here, play around. Kid I used to know around here did a lot. Nice kid. He moved away though. Tons of wood. I guess people have taken all the other useful stuff. But yeah, I'm not going to lug too much wood out there, that's for sure. But if there's something specific, or at least I know that I can get a hold of it here. out back of this warehouse, there's another little hut hidden. It's got a lot of plants around it. It's close to someone's house up the hill here, but that's another place you could camp if you're homeless. Fairly private. Some hikers come down here and like to look around this warehouse. I'd love to say more information, but I don't want to give this place away too hard. But there's a lot of history here. It's, you know, it used to be just one of the original golf courses. Alright, so that's the end of this video. If I record any more, I'll be in town, so I'm not going to record any of that because it's not part of living in the woods with me. So, and yeah, behind me, that's the trail I enter to get to where I live. And hope you have a great day.